Some business.
How he decided? Well, the little man got sick. So he asked Dad if he wanted to take over. So Daddy said yes. So that little man went out with our daddy to San Antonio. A few nights, a few days. And then he didn't get to go. He passed away. So he took over. Then when we were in San Antonio, so they were have to come back to see him because mother didn't like San Antonio. Yeah, because when that traffic, yeah, that's the truth. Because she was scared. Salían a las 2 de la mañana de ir a la casa. And she was scared. Mother was scared todo el tiempo, tenía mucho miedo there. So that's the way it was. And then after that, he bought a better truck, little truck. Finally, he went up his business, and he bought a new one. A 36 or a 35, something like that. So he started on his own. And Tío Nando was living. See, mother's brothers was always living with us because they came from Big Wheel, and then they had a job up there. Funda and Vera, all the time they were with us. And this house has a little house on the back, so that's where they would stay. They never pay anything. I don't remember. Sometimes they work and sometimes they didn't. But Daddy was there. Daddy was a good man. I mean, he liked to help everybody.
Tenía para todos.
Se pagó, ¿cómo se dice? Le rendía el dinero. Y una vez se fue, ¿cómo fue que se compró la troca y los iban a San Antonio a la plaza a comer? Los estaba paseando. Oh, y mi abuelito, Rafael, él era de pura música. Tenía su vitrola y yo todo el tiempo le preguntaba yo, how did he live? No trabajaba. I think he gets his money somewhere. And he was, yeah. I guess so.
He didn't work.
And then every month we went to San Antonio. We went because I was with him to buy los chinos, se dicen los chinos acá. Big old boxes of beans and rice, y pues alguna palita sacaba y a los chiquillos les daban pilón si los portaron bien. And that's how Grandpa Rafael bought the clothes. Big old case. And that's another story de Pura. Pura and I had to go back in the ground with Grandpa Rafael because they adopted Pura. And Pura didn't have nobody to play with. So Pura and I stay in the house all the time. And Pura was something else. Grandma Juanita hacía las tortillas y tenía una canasta grande, así, pan de dulce y tortillas. Y decía, ¿dónde se suban a la mesa? That's the first thing we did. So Pura, I can see Pura getting the chair. I said, Pura, ¿te vas a qué? No. Porque no hablaba Pura muy bien. Sí. Y yo las empujaba, siempre que subiera a la silleta. You understand?
And give me one.
Se subió a la mesa.
Sí, translated, yeah.
Se subió a la mesa y se estiró a la cadera.
Okay.
And we were eating melaza con mantequilla y tortilla. Con crema frita cake. She was something else. She was really paquetonas y vergüenzas. I was 50 years.
Mom, what was it like for us to live on Erskine Street across from Grandma and Grandpa?
Okay. Well, I've got to tell this one. I've already said it before, but I think it's a funny stuff what I went through when you were young. Your dad worked from 6 to 6, or rather he left, Seguin to work at Randall to be there at 7. So I had only one car and people use it. So I was carrying Veronica, and it was you and Peter. I had to hold you by the hand, one on each side. And we had to walk from Erskine, 327 Erskine, cross the main highway to go pick up a gallon of milk called Old Bussy. And I got that jar from Ricky and Paul. Anyway, you were like fast at running away from me all the time. I was expecting, I wasn't supposed to run. I had Peter by one hand and you, that I was afraid would run away from me. I decided to tie a rope behind your blue jeans and hold you tight. I held you by the hand, but I held the rope for seconds, just in case you decided to run away from me. And so I did it. We went across the highway, and the traffic was heavy. There was no lights. You just risked crossing over that Highway 90. So then, when I came back, I stopped at the grocery store to buy some milk. Not milk, but other groceries. I already had the gallon of milk. And this lady was next to me and had a little girl, and the little girl said, "Look, Mom, she's got him tied up with the rope." And I had to explain to her that the reason was because you tended to run away, and without any, holdback, you just took up. But I lived there because my father at 427 was right across from Grandpa and Grandma. And Mother was still going through the loss of her son Ernest, the fact that we had all gotten married, she had gotten sick, so the best thing was to move right across from her, kind of keep an eye on her. And there was a path from our house to Grandma's, back and forth.
The plum trees.
And we were very, very close. Mother was very ill. She had to be operated on when I was carrying Peter. And we all took turns in taking care of them. Eva majorly, and then me too, and Rosie in Houston, Felice at home. But it was tough. It was tough to see her go. And so then, I don't know, there was more shifting around, moving around, and we ended up here in Universal City. And that was after Mother had passed away.
I mean, is it still tough on you to think about your mom
Yes.
passing away? Yeah, I know it hurts.
It hurts. It's something you never get over.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if it's a heart attack or a long 60 hurts. But we think of them in happy moments, and that's what keeps us going. The happy times.
Yeah.
And the love that they gave us, the support, and the guidance.
I remember Grandpa. What was a trick he would pull on us every time?
That was his favorite. Of course, we have pictures of where family reunions, and he would pick up a little blade of grass. He loved to go back there and just tickle you silly so that
Come back to the
you get off.
I remember that many times.
Yeah.
What made Grandma happy? What was her hobby, or what did she like to do?
Her hobby, as a young girl, she told me that she could sing beautiful. When she was young, before she even got married, her stepbrother, Senor Ovidio Marines, would tell my grandmother, "Tell that girl to hush up. All the guys over there, because she was singing so beautiful, and she liked that. And she told me once that she played the part of having lost her father, and they all loved it. She was so good at acting. And that she had met my dad, more or less, because she had a boyfriend, but her stepbrother didn't want her to get married so young. So that's why they left where they were to move away from there, and that's where she met my dad. They were doing some kind of type of field work, and she was crying, and my father asked her, "Why are you crying?" And she told him. And my dad had a girlfriend, but he said, "No, let me break it up with her, and then I want you to be mine." So he went and took all the things that they two had shared and said, "Toma lo tuyo y dame lo mío." That means, I don't want to be with you anymore. I mean, they were just breaking up, period. So they did. They got married, and they got married, like I said, once here in the rancho, as Eva calls it, and then they had to travel all the way to Big Wells to get married by the church and also by her family. And that's the picture that you see there. Yeah.
Janie and Aunt Eva, can you tell me about the big tree that Grandpa had in the back of the yard? Grandpa always had a big tree in the back of the yard that was very special. Can you tell us why that tree was special?
On which house, hon? On which?
It was it was on where you lived. It was on that house where you lived, Aunt Eva.
The jug tree. Oh, the jug tree.
Tell about the tree.
Okay. Well, what happened, the story that I heard was that he had a big yard just like we all do, and everything that he was very modest. He was about to cut the grass, and he didn't want anything jumping through the lawnmower. So he made it a habit to scout and look for anything that was there that might get caught in the lawnmower. And this is a pushing lawnmower. And as he would find it, he would put a little, not a string, but a
Wire.
wire, hook it up. And so that was the reason that when he died, Ralph, my brother, said, I want that. And he sketched it out, and then from there he took it and he put it in his backyard.
Oh my goodness.
And then the story goes on. Really, I think y'all offered it to Louis, and Louis didn't show up fast enough, and I did, and so I did. It wasn't me, it was Pete, my
Right.
husband. He wanted it too, or I guess he misunderstood. Anyway, he brings it home. He says, I got it. And I said, you got what? He says, I've got the chain with all of the goodies that your dad had. And I said, Pete, I think that was promised to Louis. He said, no, he didn't pick it up.
That's right. That's right.
So I said, okay, but we'll have an understanding that really Louis has a choice in that.
Well, it's in
We're
your
gonna
family.
share.
Right. Well, you have it now, and you can, you know,
And
one of
you
the
can share
kids
it.
or
And
somebody.
I told Louis, I said, he said, no, he got a voice from Grandpa. Let him have it.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Tell us about, Grandpa always had a dog, as I remember.
yes, as in one of the pictures that y'all, some Ricky asked, who is that on the, what do you call it, the running board?
Uh-huh.
And it doesn't have any legs. That's because it's a little puppy that's sitting on the running board. And Dad always had a dog to pet. He was an animal lover. I don't know what that name of that dog was, but I know we had
Mickey
one.
was the last one. Do you all remember
Mickey was the
Mickey?
one that,
Mickey?
yeah,
He went to Miami.
that's the one that I had, and actually he was dying, and they threw him away in the where they throw the trash. And the man that Ernest always hung around with, his name was Peach something, and Joe nicknamed him Peachtree.
Mm.
And he took care of him, and that dog came back to us.
Wow.
He did.
That's so great.
So,
Aunt Eva, can you tell us another story about Grandma and Grandpa?
Grandpa Castilla.
Your parents.
Your dad. Your
My
father.
dad?
Your dad and your mother.
Okay, I got too many of them.
How about your first vacation
My first vacation.
with Grandma and Grandpa?
No, we didn't have
Y'all never went to.
We had work.
Pictures of you.
You worked.
Y'all went to coast.
Never went to the beach.
Yeah, there's pictures of her at the beach.
I don't remember.
Go swimming?
I think that was in Galveston with Rosie and Raymond, if it wasn't Corpus.
Oh, and that was the way, when you were little.
Oh, me, okay.
Yeah, you were staying with baby, and we were going to Corpus and went to the lake. And she didn't have any swimming pool. I didn't buy any swimming pool. I didn't need it.
A swimsuit.
A swimming pool. So my mother did something.
A swimsuit.
Tener calzoncitos y una persillita
And made it into a
and
baby.
made it a little baby suit.
After this.
Her legs.
After this.
Oh, I'm sorry.